Emergencies at sea are pretty common when it comes to cruise ships in which a passenger has sustained some type of bodily injury. Based off of my experience as somebody that cruises a passenger frequently, as well as being a former crew member, I would say it happens in the range of once per cruise. However, the severity of each incident does vary, and most of these incidents are potentially avoidable accidents. Somebody fell down the stairs, somebody slipped and fell in the shower, somebody ate a cupcake and choked on it, things like that. On the other side of the anchor here, you do have medical emergencies such as a passenger suffering a heart attack, stroke, seizure, stuff of that nature. When you combine the two, it is not because cruise ships are quote unquote dangerous. It's simply the fact that the average cruiser is a middle-aged person between the age of 45 and 50, and most modern cruise ships are the sizes of small cities. So when you pack thousands upon thousands of people on a cruise ship for a week, naturally something at some point is potentially going to happen. I say all of that to say that personally, I don't think that a cruise ship vacation is any less safe or dangerous than any other vacation option. To give you an example, we recently had a medical emergency on board the world's largest cruise ship, Royal Caribbean's Wonder of the Seas, and I do believe it is a testament to the rapid response of the crew and all the medical staff and everybody else on board to ensure that a passenger was safe during a medical emergency. So this past Friday on August 4th, 2023, there was a major medical emergency on board Wonder of the Seas in which the captain on board made an announcement to all the passengers and crew stating that there was a passenger on board in critical condition in need of a blood transfusion. He instructed any passengers or crew that they had a blood type of 0 positive, they could come down to the medical center on deck 2 and donate to the passenger until the Coast Guard over in the area of Turks and Caicos came over and was able to disembark the passenger, taking them back over to the island, in which he would have a medical jet expedite him over to Miami for the medical care that he needed. According to some accounts on board, there was a passenger that did step up and donate blood until the medical unit came. There is a video of a boat that did come to pick up the passenger and escort them back to Turks and Caicos, and from my understanding, the passenger is said to be okay. However, unfortunately, that is not confirmed, but fingers crossed that is what actually happened. That is the true outcome of this story. Regardless of the unconfirmed outcome of this story, I do believe this is still a testament to how cruise lines do expedite the process to make sure any passenger in need of medical care of any kind does get the help that they need. They may have somewhat limited medical facilities on board the ship. However, it is enough to keep the average person stable until they need to be medevaced via helicopter or Coast Guard, what have you, but they do a very good job at it. Now, when it comes to medical emergencies on board cruise ships, there is a costly mistake that a lot of cruise ship passengers often make, and this topic is often overlooked, by myself included, and that is getting medical insurance for your cruise ship vacation. Now, it is optional, and a lot of people tend to opt out from what I have seen and just talking to people on board cruise ships. However, if you do choose the option, you can book with the cruise line, for example, you can book with your travel agent, maybe they have a supplier, or you have your own medical insurance supplier for your cruise ship vacation. However, should you decide to opt out and a medical emergency does happen, like let's say, I don't know, you slip and fall in the bathtub while you're having a romantic night with your wife, husband, significant other, your mistress, I'm not here to judge, and well, should you have to be medevaced to have a helicopter come pick you up and take you back to land to get you the medical care that you need, it'll set you back in the range of, well, about $20,000. Moral of the story, you can of course avoid all of this by having, yes, insurance for your cruise, but also if you are an older person, let's say you are middle-aged and up, or you have any type of underlying condition, some type of medical injury that you sustained, broken leg, whatever the case may be, of course you should consult your medical professional before you go on a cruise to make sure everything is in tip-top shape and that you do not have any problems. Also, I would argue one thing I do see on board cruise ships that people do go on cruise ships and they start acting a little weird, a little bit different than how they would act on land. I understand you're on vacation, you want to drink your margaritas and forget about the real world. However, there are people that get a little crazy and they start jumping down staircases and all this other malarkey and crazy stuff. Don't do it. You are not a superhuman. You are the same person before you actually left off land to get onto the ship. So just keep that in mind. But of course, let me know your thoughts on this in the comment section below. Hit that like button on your way out. And as usual, know that I love and appreciate every single one of you guys. And well, I'll see you later. Take it easy.